Hey, Bruce Naylor here, and we are doing a review of my first foray into virtual reality, and that is with the VR Shinecon. This is their virtual reality headset right here, which you can find with an MSRP of $99. I've seen them as low as $19 out there, including the remote control. Now, I want to assure everybody that this unit was a review unit. It's mine to keep. However, no one is reviewing this video or approving it prior to posting it. It's all opinions are strictly my own. I am allowed to keep it, but I am not being compensated in any way for making this video. So I just wanted to share that with you. So getting into the unboxing of the unit, you will notice when you open it that there's some manuals. You get a cleaning cloth, a microfiber cloth, the registration form, a user guide, a unknown piece of like rubber. I'm not sure what these are for. If anybody knows, please let me know on this. A touch pen, which is very, very nice, and of course the headset itself. Okay, so let's talk about the Shinecon unit for itself. It is all plastic construction, comes with a adjustable headband with Velcro on there for adjustments, which is very, very nice. As I said, it's all plastic. Coming around the sides here, we have a clip right here that you actually lower, and that is where you would place in your phone right here, and just your phone will click right into place. Very, very nice. That's very nicely done, by the way. And then kind of a magnetic clip on here, and it closes right up. So we go back in here. We'll pop your phone out. And by the way, the front panel of the unit snaps off if you need to access the camera on this unit, and just snaps back on. Here we have a focal length or a focal distance adjustment on here. You can see by turning this knob how it goes in and out. That helps a lot if you wear glasses, which I do, and we're going to get into that in just a minute. Another part of this unit is this adjustment right here, and what it does, I can get this headband out of the way, is it actually moves, get back to it, there we go, I don't know if you can see over there, but it actually moves the lenses back and forth. By turning this dial, that moves the lenses back and forth, side to side, because what you're doing is you're getting a stereoscopic 3D image, so no one's eyes are exactly the same distance apart. Another interesting thing is these lenses will unscrew and come right out, so you can go ahead and clean them. Right there, very, very nice. So that's nicely done. Put that back in, and off we go. This is kind of a faux leather. It's very soft padding. And of course, this part would be the part that would rest on the bridge of your nose. Also, if you'll notice on the side here is a gap where you can run a headphone through for your phone, so you can listen to your games in privacy, so you're not bothering anybody right there. The whole unit weighs approximately about 0.6 pounds, 280 grams. I will say that after wearing this for some time with your phone, it's going to start to feel pretty heavy on your face, putting a lot of pressure down on your nose. Now, because I wear glasses, I'm nearsighted and I wear a bigger frame, I cannot use my glasses with these. Fortunately, I could adjust the focal distance with these controls enough that I could see the virtual reality image pretty clearly without the need for my glasses. So, but if you've got really poor vision and big glasses, these are not going to work for you on that. Now, with the headset, you also get the instructions on here, and I have to tell you that the instructions are pretty vague on what everything is and what it does. Essentially, you can there'll be a QR code that you can use. It'll take you to the Shinecon website. We can download an app, and there's another app for games and different VR applications you can use. However, I really had no difficulty setting this up and using it. Over here you just have your basic registration information on here. You do get a microfiber cleaning cloth. Again, I have no idea what these are for. This may be something to put to rest, maybe on your nose. I'm not sure. Anyhow, I downloaded and installed several different apps on this, my iPhone. So one of the apps that I pulled up or installed was roller coaster game. Well, the roller coaster experience. And you can see this is what you're seeing right there on here is you're getting a split screen. And boom. This is one of the problems that I've ran into with the free virtual reality games on here. There we go. You can see how it kind of works. Basically, it's a dual stereoscopic view on there. And it's actually, uses the built-in gyro in your phone to move around that virtual world. We'll go ahead and stop it. That's one of the things about the free VR games. And one of my beefs about this is that there's no way, once the phone is sealed up inside the device, to go ahead and get screen input. There's just nothing there to do that with. So that is a real downfall. Unlike, say, the Google Cardboard, which has a little magnet switch thing on it, where you can get screen input. This doesn't have that. Now there is, I've seen one for sale for around $19 on the internet, the version of the Shinecon that comes with, I believe, a Bluetooth remote for input for your games. So with this unit, without it, you've got to rely entirely on games and apps that work all the way with head movement. It won't work with anything else. It'll be an exercise in frustration on there. The lenses, according to Shinecon, are PMMA lenses. Then you have separation of lenses using this control. Easy to insert your phone, that's really handy. Accommodates phones up to about 5.5 inches. Weighs, as I said, about 0.6 pounds. And there's no lack of Google Cardboard apps on the Google Play Store. Not quite as many to select from on the App Store. So one of the pros of this unit is that it fits really firmly and securely to your head, that's great. Right, so that's one of the pros. It seems reasonably well made. Right, pretty solid. It does feel like it's pretty solid. Again, you have the removable lenses for cleaning. Okay, let's talk about the cons of this device. Again, no way to touch or interact with the phone other than just movement. That's a big con. So if you're going to buy these, make sure you look for the pair that ships with the remote control. If you wear glasses, especially of the larger frames, these are probably not going to fit very well for you at all. It gets heavy after any kind of extended use. You will begin to feel that weight right there on your nose, and it will get tiring to wear after a while. Finally, the documentation could stand a lot of improvement. People are complaining about when you use the QR codes that come with it, they'll take you to a site that's in all Chinese. Not very good if you're selling to the American market. Okay, so what's my recommendation on these? Well, after spending a little bit of time with these are not for me. I could not honestly recommend these to people who wear glasses or people looking to download lots of games and apps off the Google Play Store that requires that you somehow interact with the screen, because these are not going to be for you unless you get the model with or get the optional remote. There's one, like I said, I've seen that ships with the remote. Others said they've been able to buy them for around $7. Some people say they don't even work. So I say if the Google Cardboard is not sturdy enough for you, you want something a little bit more heavy duty, these are probably going to be worth it. But I think if you're just wanting to play around with VR, then I would probably stick with Google Cardboard on this one. I would not give this a solid recommendation as it is. All right, looking forward to your comments down below. I'll talk to you later.